Welcome to Alt Protein. I'm Danny Mathieu, working on research-led innovation in food and health. And that's health backed by science. Today, we're breaking down peptide therapy for women and where to actually start. If you've been looking into peptide therapy, you've probably noticed something. Almost every conversation starts with the same question: which peptide? It's an understandable place to begin, but perhaps not the best place to start. Some peptide-based medicines are among the best established drugs we have, but the phrase peptide therapy has stretched. It now covers treatments with almost nothing in common, different evidence, different manufacturing standards, different oversight. So if you pick the compound first, you've made a decision before you have the information to judge it. By the end of this video, you'll know what to work out before an appointment, what else could be causing how you feel, and the 3 questions that help you understand what is really being offered. Many women hear about peptides because several things have changed at once. Sleep gets lighter, recovery takes days instead of a day, body composition shifts even though nothing obvious has changed about how you eat or train, and underneath it all, you just don't feel like yourself. These experiences deserve to be taken seriously. They also deserve a proper look because more than one thing may be going on. So, quickly, what is a peptide? A peptide is a short chain of amino acids. If amino acids are letters, you can think of a peptide as a short word. Many peptides act as biological signals. When they bind to the right receptor, they can change how a cell behaves. Your body uses peptide signals in metabolism, growth, immune function, and tissue repair. So the idea itself isn't exotic, but the fact that your body naturally produces peptides doesn't automatically make a manufactured peptide natural, effective, or safe. Peptides can act on different biological targets, and their receptors may be present in more than one part of the body. So the effects may extend beyond the system you were aiming at. That's why evidence for one peptide doesn't transfer to another. Different molecule, different biological target, different evidence, and different risks. And this is where things become particularly interesting. Under that one heading, peptide therapy, you'll find FDA-approved medicines, approved medicines used off-label, compound preparations, investigational treatments, and unapproved products sold online. So here are 3 questions worth answering. First, is the medicine FDA approved? Some peptide-based medicines have completed FDA review for specific uses. Insulin is a peptide, so are many GLP-1 medicines you'll have heard about, but approval is specific to that drug, that formulation, and that purpose. It doesn't cover everything with the word peptide attached. Second, is it approved for this use, or is it being prescribed off-label? An approved medicine may be prescribed for another purpose when a clinician judges that appropriate. That can be legitimate medical practice, but the FDA has not approved the medicine for that particular use or determined that it is safe and effective for that use. So ask what evidence supports it for someone with your symptoms, goals, and medical history. Third, is it an FDA-approved finished drug or a compounded preparation? Compounded preparation medicine is individually prepared, often by a compounding pharmacy or outsourcing facility, rather than supplied as an FDA-approved finished drug. Compounded drugs can meet genuine clinical needs, but they are not FDA-approved, and the FDA does not review them for safety, effectiveness, or quality before they are supplied to patients. So ask why compounding is needed, who prepared the medicine, and whether an FDA-approved option could meet the same clinical need. And then there's another category worth naming plainly: products sold online as research use only, or not for human consumption. Those labels do not make a product appropriate for human use. The FDA looks at how products are actually marketed and has acted against sellers using those disclaimers while promoting products for people. The point isn't that every vial can be proven harmful, it's that important questions may not have been answered. Does it contain what it claims? Is the strength accurate? Has it been tested for purity? And if it is injectable, Has sterility been properly controlled? Who might be most at risk? For a decision about your health, unknown is its own kind of risk. So how should you start instead? I want more energy is an honest starting point. It's just very difficult to investigate. Try being specific. Instead say, I'm exhausted by mid-afternoon most days and it's been happening for 8 months. Or I'm lifting the same weight as I was 2 years ago, but now it takes me 4 days to recover instead of 1. Or my weight has increased since my periods became irregular with no obvious change in how I eat or train. Each of those names a symptom, a duration, and a change from your baseline. That's enough to begin investigating. It also gives you something meaningful to review again at an agreed point. Vague aspirations can't easily be evaluated, which honestly is what makes them so easy to sell to, because every symptom I just described has a list of possible causes. Thyroid dysfunction, iron deficiency, sleep apnea, low mood or sustained stress, medication side effects, and yes, the menopause transition. Sometimes more than one factor is present at the same time. Midlife hormonal change is real and it's often underestimated, but it doesn't explain everything. Assuming every symptom must be perimenopause can delay finding something else that was treatable all along. It's also worth knowing that major menopause guidance focuses on established hormonal and evidence-based non-hormonal treatments. It doesn't present peptide therapy as general treatment for menopause symptoms. Which is why a baseline matters: your medical history, your symptoms, your medications and supplements. Depending on the particular medicine, pregnancy, breastfeeding, fertility plans, and other aspects of your health may also change the risk-benefit discussion. And where it is clinically appropriate, blood work can help build a clearer picture. One caution though, the number of markers isn't the same as the quality of the care. Reference ranges vary between laboratories, and a result outside a reference range doesn't automatically mean that something is wrong. The interpretation is where the value is. So now you have the fuller picture. Where is a good place to start? Somewhere that takes a proper history first, what you want help with, how long it has been going on, your medical history, your medications and supplements, then a real conversation about the potential benefits, risks and alternatives. What is the named treatment? Is it FDA-approved, off-label or compounded? What does the evidence realistically suggest? How will you be followed up, and under what circumstances would you stop? Decide in advance how you'll know whether it is helping. Symptoms can fluctuate anyway. Without a clear goal and an agreed review point, it can be difficult to tell whether a treatment is making a meaningful difference. Be cautious with anyone who recommends treatment before taking a history. Who can't explain how the product is supplied, who guarantees results, or who offers no follow-up at all. Now, everything I've described assumes something that a lot of women don't have: a clinician with time, proper testing, and a regular follow-up rhythm. That is the kind of monitored starting point LifeForce is designed to provide. LifeForce is a membership-based health and longevity program, and it works in that order. You complete a health questionnaire, a licensed phlebotomist draws your blood, either at home or at a laboratory, for a panel covering more than 50 biomarkers. Then you meet one-to-one with a LifeForce clinician over video. Together you review what those results may mean in the context of your symptoms, goals, medical history, and everyday life. From there, you receive a personalised plan depending on what is clinically appropriate that might include lifestyle changes, supplements, peptides, or other prescription therapies. Depending on your membership, you may also work with a health coach and repeat your testing at intervals. That allows the plan to be refined using repeat data alongside your symptoms and goals. And this is the part that I'd highlight. You're not signing up for a peptide, you're signing up for an assessment that helps determine whether a peptide is even the right conversation. LifeForce is designed to work alongside your existing healthcare, not to replace it. One thing is worth saying clearly before we finish: new or persistent symptoms should be assessed by your primary care clinician or an appropriate specialist. Severe, rapidly worsening or emergency symptoms need urgent or emergency care. Those situations do not belong in conversation about health optimization. That remains true whatever else you decide to do alongside your usual healthcare. And whatever you're taking, whether it is prescribed, compounded or bought online, the clinicians looking after you need to know about it. Nobody can properly assess side effects or interactions from incomplete information. So where do you start? Not with the most talked about compound. You start by defining what has changed, by checking what else could explain it, and by agreeing before treatment begins how you'll know whether it has helped. The useful thing about that order is that it works either way. You might end up trying peptide therapy with a clear reason, appropriate monitoring, and a way to judge the results. Or you might discover that the real explanation was something else entirely and treatable. Understand the picture first, then decide. Thanks for watching Alt Protein. Subscribe for more science-led conversations about health.